Hello everybody and welcome back to Stealing33 Plays Downwell. My name is Stealing33 and today ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to be playing more Downwell because as I said yesterday, it is the week of Downwell. So I hope you guys are excited as much as I am to actually play more Downwell because I know I am. If you're wondering, no, I did not gain a ton of keyboard and mouse skill with platforming. I actually plugged in my Gamepad, and what I hope is an effort to make us suck less at Downwell. So, we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna be flipping through palettes every, like, 2 runs. We're gonna switch palettes to something else. Even, like, the horrible, Virtual Boy palette, which will get used. This already feels better. Holy shit. Yeah, maybe this is just the way that I was supposed to do this. Like, the trick here is that, like, before I, like, playing with a mouse and keyboard set up for platformers is always terrible. At least for me. I always find a lot of trouble with it. Or at least on a personal level, I always find there'd be a lot of trouble associated with that. And, you know, I appreciate a little bit more control in the air than I was being provided with my keyboard. So, this feels good. So, hopefully this will probably be the way that I stick to playing, and I hope you guys are okay with that. Bop those things. I'm not sure if doing so actually gives us any tangible benefit or anything like that, but, you know, I figured, why not? Let's do it anyway. We're in this room. Not anymore. I mean, if you're one of our audio-only listeners, which, you know, I don't know if there are anybody that does that. I mean, I watch a lot of Let's Plays with audio-only for, not the most part, but, like, for sections of it while I'm playing. We've got bullet casings, deal damage, getting gems cause a bolt to shoot up, or jetpack for use when out of charge. Let's do that one. I don't know what that one does. Let's give it a shot. Why not? Fuck it. It still sucks that I'm playing on like this like tiny Game Boy screen because of the resolution. So the monitor resolution that I have is I have like a 4K monitor on my laptop, which I got because I'm principally using it as a Netflix machine because I am a fucking filthy casual. Took some damage there. Ooh, I got punched in the side of the head by that bat. Didn't even see it. But yeah, its purpose is really, it's supposed to be a Netflix and work machine more than anything. And so I wasn't really planning on using it for gaming very much, except for like a very minor capacity. And I'm actually finding that the 4K monitor is actually just like a huge detriment to like 99% of the things that I want to do with my games. And I'm going to blame the fact that I'm sort of a novice when it comes to 4K resolution monitors. I'm sure that there are settings and stuff that I could be using to make this not suck, but like I don't want to set OBS to record in 4K and then play this at like maximum resolution because then the 4K files are fucking huge and they take 1,000 goddamn years to upload onto YouTube. Which, don't get me wrong, it isn't like the worst thing in the universe, but it's pretty bad. I'm also just really bad at this game. That's not helping me at all. Puncher with +2 charge. Not what we were looking for. We're actually looking for HP there, but... that's alright. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not used to using a 4K monitor. My monitor at home is a 1080 monitor. Like, it's like an old shitty Vizio monitor from fucking who knows when. It was like in my house when I set up my computer and I just never bothered to change it to something else. And then one of my monitors is an actual TV. Game 4 HP actually sounds like a plan right now. Here we go. It looks like there's 4 sections and then we get to like some sort of termination point, which I'm imagining is a boss fight. If we can make it to the boss fight on this episode at some point, like, I'll be so happy. I could consider myself accomplished at that point. Not accomplished, but, you know, I could feel better about my life. Alright, so this one appears to, like, attack where I'm going rather than, like, in a straight line downward, which could prove disastrous, could prove very beneficial. We will see as we go forward here how that plays out a little bit. Gotta watch out for the bats. The bats are actually like the ultimate predator, because they can attack us from above. Everything else in this game is fucking slow as hell, but the bats are not. Not at all. Oop. Get out of here, you. Them and the fire guys. Fireball dudes are pretty bad. Anybody I have to shoot's pretty bad. all the enemies are bad. It's just everybody except for those blob dudes. Even though I'm pretty sure the blob dudes are the ones that hit me the most. I mean, they come in the most amount, so I guess that's not a fair comparison. Like, the bad guys probably kill me the most, right? Like, probably the most lethal of all the bad guys. Let's get out of here. Next floor, and let's go. Which is also, like, if the game looks weird, it's probably because of my, my 4K monitor, and the resolutions are kind of askew. Shooting dead bodies causes them to explode. Shops at the start. Plus a 10% discount. Takes time void when damaged. That one seems good, for me at least. The shop one seems like it's actually the best out of all three of those, because it's discounts are always good in games where money is kind of hard to come by. But this seems to, like, allow me... Yeah, it makes, like, one of those bubbles. Those, like, little void things when I get hit, which will give me a second to, like, collect myself sometimes, I think. Unless, yeah, it's like, unless I get hit in the air, in which case it, like, it's gonna be just a distraction, more or less. Plus 1 max HP. No, I need to heal more than I need HP. Although I would like 1 more HP. It's unfortunately not the right move right now, I don't think. Especially now, if we're trying to make progress, it's not the right move. We're just trying to be fucking zany. Like, it might be fine. Maybe the problem is I'm shooting too much. You know, like, I should just fall on the enemies at all times. Like, if I just don't shoot at all, except for, like, when there's something bad underneath me, maybe that's, like, that's the keys to the kingdom right there. Or just, you know, use the time zone as, like, a death trap. It's like a kill volume. Fucking making an Unreal Engine game. Gotta use kill volumes. It's pretty good. Yeah, Unreal's actually my favorite engine out of all of them. A lot of people prefer Unity. I think that those people are crazy, personally. Unity's good. It's just not good for... Unity's great for inexperienced people. Unreal's where you go when you want to do, like, really heavy lifting, unless you're super good with Unity. Now, I know some people that are, like, ridiculously good with Unity. And those people, like, yeah, fucking do whatever you want, man. At that point, you're a level of skill that I have not obtained, so fucking who am I to tell you what to do at that point? But, you know, there's a certain amount of, like, ease of access shit that Unity doesn't do that, can be very annoying. Try to get past, like, 1 level of Ghost Floor, shall we? No? Okay, never mind. We'll just die. We're getting down to 2. 2's cool. And we're getting stuff boulder style. What's boulder style? Start with more HP, less upgrade options. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. More HP seems like it's gonna be perfect for me. I like that I roll. That's kind of dope. I'm enjoying that. Super cute. On board with this. I like roll while I'm, like, on the ground, too. It's kind of hilarious. Okay, what do we got? Yeah, if you guys have any tips for me for Downwell, I will fucking take them. I fucking suck. You guys know me. I am not one to shy away from a little bit of help from the audience. I would use Ask the Audience first in fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You guys remember that show Slumdog Millionaire? Or that movie Slumdog Millionaire, that show? Yeah, it was a good movie. Saw that in theaters. The year it was nominated for an Oscar. Not like in particular. I was at a big Oscar movie, like, screening thing at my local theater. That was like 7 years ago now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was a good movie. Saw it with, like, I saw it, like, in the same time I saw, like, Frost Nixon and stuff like that. We'll take the drone because we don't need the apple right now. And I'm pretty sure that if I take an upgrade, it makes it less likely to show up in the future. I mean, I don't have no information to back that up other than anecdotal evidence. Like, I'm pretty sure that I've seen that happen, but... So the drone shoots at the same time I shoot, which could prove very useful. Could, being the operative word there. We will buy both of these. Thank you. And then we will leave. Pop, pop. Into this door. Okay. Burst. Burst is pretty good. I like Burst more than I like Noppy. Noppy's kind of high caliber for me, to be honest. I do miss my time distortion bubbles, though. Those were cool. Rolling around at the speed of sound. I got places to go and a dead franchise. Whoa! Maybe not a dead franchise, a dying franchise. They gotta really fix fucking Sonic. They just gotta go back to what they were doing before. They made Sonic Generations. That was a good one. That was actually like the last Sonic game I enjoyed was Sonic Generations. And I don't really like Sonic. It was not like my bag of tea, but I actually genuinely enjoyed Sonic Generations. We will leave the apple behind and take the wrench thing. Mostly due to the fact that I am not sure if the wrench thing's good or not, but I know the apple is not useful at the moment. Oh, come off of it, bat. That bat hit me like 3 fucking Ward! Get it together! I really gotta, like, pay attention. The problem is that since the screen's so small, I'm having trouble, like, deciphering what's going on half of the time. Like, I can see it. Like, they're, like, the sprites aren't too small. I'm actually finding myself, like, looking at my recording a little bit more often than I normally do, which is bad because the recording's on a slight delay. It's only, like, a couple seconds. Like, it's like a second or a half or something like that. But it's enough where it's throwing me off a little bit, I think. And also when I get hurt, the recording lags a little. Well, just itty bitty bit, like again 2%, something like that. Excuse me. All right, apple would be nice right now. No apple this time, huh? Let's take that one. We've never taken it, so fuck it. Why not? We're shooting like a madman. Might as well take some shit, right? Get out of here. Again, I know that the bullets aren't effective against the lightly colored enemies, but you will forgive me if I unfortunately don't give a shit right now. Mostly due to the fact that, like, every enemy's got the potential to kill me at the moment. Like that bat that just fucking kicked me in the top of the head and killed my ass. Definitely getting our ass kicked a little bit here. Alright, let's switch up the palette a little bit. Maybe switch to Aqua. Aqua's good. Aqua's pretty light. I'm enjoying it. Alright, there we go. Ends for Noppy. Right, Noppy. I know we're supposed to be getting combos and shit, but again, I'm like super bad at this game. Boulder style's helping a little bit though. Definitely make me feel a little bit more confident, which is nice. I will admit that that is not something that I thought I was going to feel at all today while I'm recording this. Oh, well, I guess we're going to miss whatever the hell is in there. It's probably gems, if I had to guess. To be honest. To be honest with you, Diane, I'm surprised. And I do see the gems that, like, are buried in those rocks that I could be smashing. But again, not good enough to actually, like, get that right now. We're trying. I am. I promise you. I am, but I'm just having a really rough time with this game, to be honest. This is the first game I've ever played that, like, I felt like I was, like, actually physically incapable of playing. Like, there are plenty of games that I fucking suck at, like fucking Darkest Dungeon. But this is the first game I've ever felt like actually physically inadequate to play. Let's get in the shop a little bit here. Hurt myself getting in here, so I hope it's got something good for me. It did not. It just had more charges, which is not what I need. We're gonna kill these things because I'm pretty sure that if I don't kill them, they're gonna come back and punch me in the back of the head while I'm like falling down this hole more. Taking big strides to try to kill everything in my power here. Got 6-kill combo, apparently. Not sure what that does for me. See, it's weird, because, like, when I watched, who did I watch play this? It was a Scottish guy play this, whose name I can't fucking remember for some reason. Mostly because I haven't watched him in a while, because he stopped doing Nuclear Throne content, which is, like, what I wanted to watch. I liked watching him play Nuclear Throne. God, what was his name? I can't remember now. It's driving me nuts, because I really liked him. Let's take Rocket Jump. You know, the candle would have been better. Would have protected me from, probably from myself, to be honest, most of the time, but... Rocket Jump also kills stuff that's near me when I use it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, God damn it, son of a bitch. Okay. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, if I knew what I was doing wrong, I could at least, like... Umekopcha? Umekopcha? Oh, God. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it's hideous. What is this? Oh, God, that is horrible looking. It's like, it looks like somebody threw up on my screen, but they drank a bunch of Pepto-Bismol beforehand, so it's got, like, chunks of Pepto-Bismol floating in it. Ugh, gross. Ugh. This is a highly unpleasant, highly unpleasant palette. This is more unpleasant than the Virtual Boy. I don't say that shit lightly. You ever guys seen the Virtual Boy? It's awful. I mean, I showed it off a little bit at the end of the last episode, and I guess I'll play around with it after this one, and then... Fuck, this is... Oh, God, it's... I know I'm commenting on it a lot, but Jesus Christ, you seeing this? It's fucking gross. Makes the enemies stand out super hard, I guess I'll give it that much. Is there, like, a technique that I'm not seeing? Like, a button that I should be hitting that, like, makes this game fucking come alive? It's like playing Gungeon without knowing how to dodge roll or some shit. Like, I'm just a fool. A fool in love. With poo. Yeah, Jesus. Alright, let's take the candle, because let's stop being an idiot and actually take the one that I definitely think is going to help, at least a little bit. And I thank you, random citizen. I know I'm not talking, like, sometimes I get kind of quiet, but honestly, it's because I like kind of need to focus a little bit. Not like a terrible amount, which is why I can do shit like this where I ramble at least a little bit. But, you know, stuff like that. So I'm almost finished with a game called Bravely Second. It's the sequel to a JRPG called Bravely Default that came out here in the States 2 years ago, I think. I actually probably didn't want to get rid of Punchy, to be honest. It might have been a poor choice to get rid of the gun. But honestly, like, I feel like the triple's fine, actually. So yeah, I've almost beaten it, and gotta say, I don't know if I'm enjoying it as much as I enjoyed Bravely Default. The first one had a lot of charm to it. So it's an old job system style JRPG, and if you've never played a JRPG, they come in 3 styles. They basically come in the Fire Emblem style, which is like action RPG sort of thing, or a strategy RPG where, you know, you spend a lot of your time building up characters and leveling them up so that you can put them into like certain areas and make them do certain things, blah blah blah. You know, they come pre-equipped with like certain abilities and etc. Right? Actually, I just want these 2 things. I don't need to get healed for 2, and I can always use more charge. Anyway, so this is what we call a job system RPG, where your characters don't have predetermined things that they need to be, right? Like there's no like warrior, there's no wizard. Instead, you get a cast of characters who are all have personalities. Well, you know what passes for a personality in a JRPG, which is most of the time like, I'm a hero. Look at me. I have angst and problems that need to be solved by going on an adventure with strangers that I just met who are going to help me save the universe or some shit. If you've ever played a JRPG, they all pretty much have the same storyline. with like a different moral, like a different reason for them to be saving the universe. Like if you played Final Fantasy VII, it's environmentalism. Bravely Default's actually about political corruption, which I thought was very interesting. Very interesting angle to take with with an RPG. I'll tell you that for free. Yeah, it's something. It's a good game, and I was enjoying it. And this one's still good. I'm saying I didn't like it as much as the first one, which isn't like the first one was like a 9 or an 8 out of 10 game for me. The second one's like it's like a 7 out of 10. It's not blowing me away by any means, but it's sitting pretty good. It's mostly because of the classes. They rehashed all of the classes from the first game, which feels kind of shit. And then the classes that they added, like, they're alright. I mean, a lot of them are worthless from, like, a mechanical standpoint. So, like, we're talking, I'm a big min-maxer in RPGs. I am not in anything else. I am not a min-maxer, but in RPGs I am. Like, I'll go hard, and I do not care, because, frankly, if you don't min-max in most RPGs, the game becomes, like, kind of a slog after a while. So, like, it's in your interest to try to, like, do a little bit of it, at least, you know? Like, a little bit of min-maxing is, like, definitely in your area of interest in most JRPGs. And most RPGs in general, actually. Like, even Skyrim's got, like, some min-maxiness that, like, it requires you to do. If you've ever done the build 1,000 iron daggers that you can get fucking Daedric armor at level like 20. Like, yeah, you're a min-maxer. Congratulations, you're in the same fucking camp as I am. But this game, I punished it into the ground, and I got max level with all of the stuff way too early, because it was way too easy to. It was way too easy to find like a game-busting area, right? Like a game-busting grinding area. They happen. Every RPG's got an area of the game where the enemies give like an absurd amount of X, but they're not terribly difficult to fight. This game, however, gave me the ability to do it like way too early. It was like by like the 3rd chapter, there was an area where you could just bust the game open and like get to level 99, and I was like, well, I mean, I didn't. I waited until, like, Chapter 5 and then went back and busted the game wide open because, you know, fuck the game. That's rule number 1 of any RPG, any game in general, is if it's hard, fuck it. It's not... You don't need to be friendly to it. If you're playing a fighting game, fuck it, cheese the boss. Use down kick as much as you fucking want. Kick him in the shin until he dies. Because fuck it. It's not... It's already stacked against you in most fighting games, to be honest, and, like, stacking it further in the game's favor is stupid. Unless you're super good at it, in which case, fucking who cares at that point? Like, do whatever the hell you want. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You kick the shit out of me in that game. It's like people that, like, purposely handicap themselves in, like, most fighting games by, like, playing without using, like, certain moves, you know? Or, like, in League of Legends, there's a guy called, I think, it's Bjergsen, I think, is the one. He plays, when he practices, he plays against bots, but he sets the bots up to have scripts enabled. And what that means is that, essentially, he plays it so that the bots cheat while he plays against them. They can do things perfectly that, like, no human being could ever do and stuff like that. Which is hilarious, in my opinion. We gotta be careful about those little, what's it called? Those platforms that are like dark red like that, because it looks like spikes come out of them. Hey, Puncher is back. I like Puncher. Gotta be careful. Those skull guys, if you shoot them, I think they turn into guys you have to continue to shoot. But if you jump on them, they die immediately. Stomping on enemies causes a blast. Bullets, casings cause damage. Let's do the one that jumping on dudes causes them to explode. That seems like a good idea. Catacombs 3, we're as far as we've ever gotten in this game. This is actually a pretty good tear. I should continue talking about JRPGs, apparently. Yeah, so, like, I've been playing Bravely Default for, like, a couple weeks now. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm talking about busting the game open. Like, it took, like, 4 or 5 days to, like, get to level 99 with all the classes and all that shit. But, that being said, like, it's still... The fact of the matter is that, like, I'm not at the end of the game, And, like, there's honestly just no reason for me to even interact with the bad guys anymore, because they're never gonna game over me, right? Like, they might kick the shit out of me because, like, you know, I fuck up a thing, or, like, one of them has, like, immunity to, like, my spellcaster's super death ray move, which is actually Meteor Rain, because this is a old-school Final Fantasy game, apparently. It actually is an old-school Final Fantasy game. It's made by Squeenix, so I'm actually making jokes that are factual, not infactual. Oh shit, I needed that. Yeah, basically, it's a fun game, but it's just gotten to the point where, like, since I've busted the game open so hard... what? Oh, okay. What? I'm still very confused. We're in a bubble now. I apparently need to, like, descend more quickly than I have been, I guess? But I'm already descending pretty fast, or I need to, like, bump into shit while I'm descending. Yeah, like, do that. Turtles can now swim, which is scary. Yeah, I have to, like, every now and then hit, like, some of the objects in the game. Oh, shit, that was bad. Oh, that's bad. I'm dead. Oh, well, you know what? Actually, that was a good run. That was a really good run, actually, for that matter. Nuclear. Well, let's take a look at that palette, and then we'll call it quits for this episode. But yeah, you know, I'm enjoying it. I'm almost done with it, which is very exciting. Nuclear's great. Oh, that's like the Pip-Boy. Oh, I'm on board with this. This looks great. I'll probably play with this. Maybe not from now on, but until we get another palette, at least. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, let me know. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date on when I post more videos. And if you really like what you saw, leave a like. Helps the channel grow. Helps me out a great deal. Let me know if you guys have any tips for playing Downwell. I am enjoying it. I'm just terrible at it. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!